mock, and then we were being caned, we were being lashed according to the number of wrongs that you got, according to the number of marks you lost during these exams. And people were taking up to 60 canes, 100, 120. And bro, I was not gonna sit down for you to lash me like that. So my GHS mates still laugh at me to date about that. So the next day when I know it's gonna be my turn, at home I picked my mother's napkins and everything I could take.
Greetings, lovely people of the internet. My name is Ferdinand, and welcome to Insights with Fed. Today I have with me Deroy, and he will be spitting some real facts today. So, Deroy, can you just tell us a bit about yourself, your life generally?
Okay, so Deroy is the name. I am an artist, Afropop, R&B, soul. And yeah, I am a nurse anesthetist as well. I don't know what else you'd like to know.
All right.
I mean, just let me know.
So Deroy is into music.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and then I'm curious. I'm a lot more curious, and then at the same time, I'm also very happy to have you.
Same, it's a pleasure to be
here. Yeah. So at this point, if you've not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit on the notification button to be notified whenever we have lovely guests like this on board. So I would like to know, what does music mean to you generally?
Music is everything to me. It's how I best express myself. Basically, it's where I go home. It is everything. It is everything. I breathe music. I can't do without music. Yeah, I can't do without music.
Yeah, so music is generally everything.
Yeah.
And then also, which of the artists or like bands have the most significant influence on your music taste, basically?
That is a big question, because I mean, over the years, from when I was a kid till now, a lot of different artists have influenced my taste, my style in music. But let me see. If I'm to mention someone, I would say Kodunri. He's a legend in Ghana. Yeah, I think he's one of the people that I listened to and was like, oh, I really want to become somebody like this in the future. So yeah.
So it has influenced your music taste in a way.
Yeah.
So if you could listen to 3 albums, okay, for the rest of your life.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
for the rest of your life, which of them would you choose, basically? Just 3.
Just 3.
Just 3, man.
It can't be more.
No, 3.
Wow. Okay. Just 3. I would say Black Love by Sarkodie. That album was
massive.
Was just everything. All the collaborations was top notch, worth it. And I find myself listening to that album. I go back. I have a lot of favorite songs of it. So from time to time I go back to listen to it. Black Love by Sarkodie. And then I would say Fine Line by Harry Styles. I love Harry Styles a lot. Brilliant album. Really brilliant album. And I don't know if you know Amare.
Maria.
She's a Ghanaian artist, but based in, I don't know, US, UK.
That's my first time of actually hearing that name.
You should listen to Amare. Her album Fountain Baby. But then her new album is also like a contender, so I don't know.
So if we had said 4, then you would have added that one.
Yeah, and if you said 5, I'll probably add Evidence from Elevation Worship.
And if you say 6?
If you say 6, Love Damini, Burna Boy.
Okay.
If you say 7, Better Time, Davido.
I think 7 is okay. Yeah.
It's just a lot of them, bro.
So what type of music do you produce? What type of music?
So for me, I would say it's a fusion. It's a fusion of Afro pop, R&B, soul, even Latino. I have a song that has Spanish inside, like I was trying to go for.
I watched a podcast with you and Gabriel where you
Yeah.
said you enjoy a lot of Spanish love songs.
I do, I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Dommage, I can't speak Spanish, but I'm learning. Like
Okay.
I love their culture. I love the language. I love the culture. It's amazing, beautiful.
Oh,
So yeah, for me, it's a fusion of all of this. Because I mean, I believe music is a universal language, and what better way to unite people, through music? Take them on live travels, voyage, and just let them experience other people, even if they are not living there. So I think that is really what I want to do with my music, make people have experiences out of their world, out of the nation, out of the town experiences. And you don't necessarily have to be there to experience them. I want you to experience them through my music. So yeah, that is basically it's a fusion. Fusion of all of these.
all right. So, when did you start to take your music professionally? Okay, and how is the journey so far?
So it's quite a story.
Okay, I'm interested in that
But
story.
yeah, so basically, this is how it started. Around 2018, I was working in an estate company as an office clerk in one of the branches. And prior to that, I would write songs, but I never thought of going to the studio to record anything like that.
Okay.
So one day, I was at work and wrote a song like A to Z, Adobe. I don't know if you've listened. It's my first track I released. I just wrote it and just played the drum,
On the
just
table.
hit the table and recorded it with my phone.
Okay.
And then my friend texts me and goes like, "Yo, Daniel, he knows of a producer who's looking for an artist to work with." And he told the producer about me. And the producer wants to hear something from me. And that was the day that I had written that song. I'm like, oh, okay. I just sent it over. I'm like, okay, here. Send it to the producer. And the producer heard it and he was like, he wants to work with me. He's interested. So that was my first time in the studio. And damn, I was so stressed out. It was crazy because I never recorded. It was always singing in church, listening, with the headset on. It was a whole new experience. Wow.
So it was more like opportunity met preparation
Exactly.
kind of a thing.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
And then I recorded my first song, Adobe, but I didn't release it in Ghana. And it was also during this period where I was preparing to come to Morocco. So when I got to Morocco, and I just released it, and a lot of people got. So now people still call me Adobe. I'm like, yo, it was just a track.
I think I have to also start calling.
And yeah, so I would say professionally, I would say 2019 when I came to Morocco.
2019.
Yeah. 2020 I bought my own studio equipment, and that was when I started recording my own stuff, my own tracks, and learned how to mix and master. I was doing some awam mixing and mastering by that time. It was something. Yeah.
So far, how has the journey been?
The journey has been an amazing learning process. One thing I've learned is not to wait to have it all put together before I can, put myself out there. I think there are so many songs that I released before, but I took all of them down. At the time, at that season of my life, I feel like, it's my best work. I did my best, so I'm gonna put it out there. And now I look back, I'm like, okay, this production was no good. I'll take it down. I'm like, I'm gonna rework it. So yeah, it's been a learning process. It's really been a learning process, and I'm not mad at it. I love it, and I don't regret any of the decisions I took when it comes to my music, when it comes to the songs I released. I don't regret any of those. It's just been a nice learning process.
Talking of your process,
Yeah.
what is your style of writing music? Well, I mean, your process is basically, do you kind of like write the melody? I mean, do you kind of like write the lyrics before the melody, or something else? I don't know.
So it varies. It does vary. It does vary. It is, but most of the time I have the melody first before I now try to put words to the melody. Sometimes too I have the words and I try to find a melody to suit it, and sometimes you just hear a song and you're like, oh, I love this song. I want to write something like this, and the melodies from that song inspires you to come up with something that is entirely different, but that is what inspired it. So it's not a one-way thing. For example, my first song, Adobe, I was just cleaning and then everything at work and everything just dropped like that, A to Z. And I just sat there, nothing inspired it. It just happened. So yeah, that is my process. Yeah, there is no one process. It's so many things. I could be inspired by a story from a conversation with a friend or something, and then it just happens. But when it comes to the process, like the technical process, that's what I've explained. Melody, it could be anything.
And we all have those wishes, right?
Yeah.
Then let's say right now, if God could grant you three artists of which you could collaborate with,
Yeah.
right? Which of them would you choose?
Wow. Wow. No, that's a tough question.
That's deep also, right?
That is a tough question. Alive and dead, or just?
Yeah, alive. Both alive and dead.
I would definitely want to have something to do with Michael Jackson. I think he's an amazing performer, writer, artist, and I would really love to see his process, experience him. Also, I think Rihanna and I would be good on the track, like we'll nail it.
Yeah.
And there is Harry Styles. Okay, now I feel like I've not mentioned any African artist. But there is Burna Boy. Yes, I would love to do something. Wizkid,
4, 5.
and then Ifya from Ghana. These questions are so tricky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about moments in life, okay.
Yeah.
We all have those moments in life that are sometimes very funny. Like you can say that sometimes you think back at it, like, man, it's just very funny.
I feel you.
Right?
I feel you.
What are some of the interesting, funny stories from your time in recording in the studio?
Honestly, recording in the studio, I really can't think of any funny moment, really. But I mean, when you popped the question, what came to mind was something that happened in primary school. No, was it primary? Yeah, upper primary. We wrote this mock, and then we were being caned, we were being lashed according to the number of wrongs that you got, according to the number of marks you lost during these exams. And people were taking up to 60 canes, 100, 120. And bro, I was not going to sit down for you to lash me like that. Yeah. So my JHS mates still laugh at me to date about that. So the next day when I know it's going to be my turn, at home, I picked my mother's napkins and everything I could take, stuffed them on my butt, and then went to school. And now when the teacher called me forward, he lashed me, the sound of toe. He was like, Fiakpo, come. He took me to the staff, took everything out. He took everything out and made me hold it. It was early in the morning, so he made me hold it and then stand in front of the whole school assembly. While assembly was going on, I was there holding the rags and everything. I'm like, damn. My friends still laugh at me about that.
I have memories of friends that use books also, but not napkins. They use books.
That's wild.
And some will go to the extent of wearing double shorts. just to provide that extra layer.
Right? Yeah. Right? And I was looking fat. Everybody was like, hey, how did you grow fat all of a sudden? But yeah, it was funny.
Now, if your life had a soundtrack, okay, what would the main theme song be?
Right now, so you know Magix? He's an artist from Nigeria under Maven's record. He has a song called Motivate Yourself. I think that will be that soundtrack because it talks about, hope, perseverance, and I feel like that is what I've been doing over the past few years when it comes to my career in music. So yeah, I'll say Motivate Yourself. It is a really nice track. I recommend you should listen.
I'll check it out.
You should check it out.
And one of the questions that actually I've been yearning to ask ever since we started this.
Yeah.
How have you been able to balance your school life, right?
Yeah.
With
With the music.
with music, because with a little I know,
Yeah.
music comes with a lot of attention. You get like
Yeah.
people, just a lot. So how did you balance all this stuff?
I mean, for the music, the real driving force has been my passion for it. Okay, and for studies, I'm here to study. Like I have to study. I have to get to that degree. I have to back that degree. So, yeah, I wouldn't say there's been like a formula, but it's really been one step at a time, prioritizing what needs to be prioritized at a certain point, and then just going with it. But I mean, I've not been like super consistent, especially during my school time. I was not like super consistent with the music because schoolwork is just so much, so much, and there were times that I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't release anything for a long time, just focusing on school, and that is fine. It's okay. It's difficult doing these two things at the same time. So yeah, I took breaks when I needed it. I was just pacing myself little by little. I'm not rushing. I was not rushing to, I mean, if it happened, I became a star at that time. Why not? It's good, but
Yeah.
I was not rushing myself or anything. I was just taking it one step at a time, and I think that is how I go through it. No exact formula. It's just going with it.
Yeah. Now, was there ever a time in your life that you felt like probably dropping one, that's to say, probably dropping school and focusing on your passion, which is music, or dropping your music career and focusing on your education?
No. No. But maybe a little yes to dropping school and focusing on the music.
A little yes, like
Yes, a little yes. I mean, I've had the thought has crossed my mind, but I think I've always understood that I had made peace with trying to manage these two spaces. So like I had already made peace with that idea. So there was not really a point where I thought on giving up on one like that. Yeah.
Wow.
I was just going.
Okay.
But I did get tired. When I get exhausted with one of them, I take a break, focus on one, and then when I rejuvenate, I add the other. So it's just been like that.
Yeah. Now, I'm extra excited at this point because we have gotten to another part that I'm much more interested in.
Okay.
Now, you recently released your song,
Yeah, Mamea.
Mamea. And
Oh God, you're not gonna do this.
so,
Go ahead.
what inspired that song?
So, Mamea is the name of my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
She's is the name of my ex-girlfriend, and it's a song that was inspired by her. I mean, you'll be like, okay, why is the song sounding like this when you guys broke up?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something I wrote for her. I think I was looking at it from the perspective of what it could have been or what it could be. That's why the song sounds that way. But she inspired it, and yeah, it's a beautiful song.
Man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful song.
And
It's
we'll-
one of my best songs.
Yeah, we'll be playing that song in our session of our game playing, which is the last session of this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, what is a line or a sentence in that song that is so dear to you?
So dear to me.
Yeah.
I love a lot of lines from that track.
And then if possible, can you put it in the singing form? That's one.
Bro.
Yeah.
I would. Can I say two?
Sure.
So
you can
one from the first
three.
verse. So I am absolutely in love with the chorus of the song, the melody, everything there. But also one line I'll say from the verse is addicted to your loving and hooked on for life. I feel like that is basically the situation, the case. That is how come 4 years after I'm still releasing a song about her.
Okay.
You get. So, and there is also the come closer, make I hold your body, skin to skin, let me feel the warm thing. My love language is touch. I love touch. So it is also one of my favorite lines. It's something that anytime I'm listening, it's so graphic in my head. Just gets so graphic.
You picture a lot of things.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep this PG, so I'm not going to say something.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll actually play that song here.
Okay.
And then, what do you think is the biggest challenge musicians today face?
That question. I'll say. So it is a challenge, and also it is a positive thing in the sense that before, like so many years ago, there were these music executives that were gatekeeping who becomes a star, who can be seen. But now it's no longer like that. All you need is a phone, get a microphone, or you don't even need a microphone. Hop on TikTok, sing something. People fall in love with you. They're like, release the song. And then you quickly go to the studio, release it. You see, the market is just so oversaturated now. Like there is so much artists out now. Even to get your songs on these streaming platforms, it's no longer a difficult thing. Just need to stroke it. And then you pay, you upload your song, you find your song on all streaming platforms. So like the easy access, it is a challenge, but at the same time, it is something positive. And now the noise becomes like too much, and it's difficult to break through to find your target audience, because like the whole place is so saturated now. Almost everybody is an artist now.
Yeah.
You get? So
you miss it from an artist.
Yeah. Like you're literally trying to your audience. The audience you're looking for is an artist, also trying to find an audience.
Yeah.
So it makes the whole thing so noisy.
So saturated.
So saturated. So that is really the problem in my opinion.
Then what advice do you have for someone that is starting out in music?
Just start.
Just start.
Take the phone, drop it. Drop the song. Don't wait for your track to sound like how Davido's track sound before you drop it. If you want to, if you're starting out and you have that mentality, it's good. If you have the cash for it, why not? If you don't have the cash, just drop it. Me, I didn't have the cash. All I had was my studio equipment. I spent all my cash on the studio equipment, looked at YouTube tutorials, and tried something. And I was dropping it. I still got people to listen to some. People always give their opinions. People are always going to give their opinion. Even if it's top quality, people still talk.
They still have something to say.
They have something to say. So forget about that and just start. And just be dropping. In a few years' time, you look back, you realize that, oh no, this work is not good. Take it down, re-release it, do it better. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that complicated. Just start and drop the tracks.
So just start.
It will make sense along the way.
So
not that deep.
Last question before we move to the second session.
Okay.
Where do you see the music industry heading in the next decade? Yeah, just your own perspective about it.
I mean, right now I see a lot of how do I call it, cross-culture collaborations, and a lot of artists that are crossing over and entering like the US market and all these European markets, the huge market. There's a lot of African artists from Korea, from Africa playing in the same leagues with all these huge people, all these legends. And I think in the near future there is going to be more of that. A lot of cross-culture collaborations, a lot of cross-genre collaborations, a lot of things that has to do with, people just coming together from different backgrounds and putting out something for it to just, be a global anthem, global hit. I see a lot of that coming because it's already started happening. And I really want to be part of that because I feel like that is what
You would
I
definitely
am.
be part of it.
That is what I am. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So at this point, we have finished the first session of it.
Good.
The second
That was
session,
cool.
which is much more
was cool.
interesting, it's really great. So what we have is we have letters that are being cut out, and what is expected of you is to arrange them into words. They're actually 2 words.
Okay.
Now I'll give them to you. If you're finding it difficult, I'm only allowed to give you 3 clues. After the third clue, I can't help you out after the third clue.
And what are these words? Like,
Am I supposed to tell you?
Okay.
If I tell you, that's game over.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Sounds good.
All right, so let me just get them out. All right. You look so interested.
I mean, it sounds very interesting.
All right, so these are the letters.
Yeah.
He's expected to produce 2 words out of these.
Okay.
All right.
2 words out of this.
Yeah, your time starts now. And then, there's basically no time attached to it.
Okay.
Bro. And as we wait, we enjoy Mamiya.
All right. Hey. Okay.
Should I give you the first clue? Okay, so the first letter starts with S.
Yes.
The last letter is E. Yeah.
There are 2 words. So this first place for the church.
Okay. Baby, I'm all for you. Should I help you out with it? Last clue.
Yes.
Okay. It is something that most YouTubers say. My goodness. Why did I say it?
Okay, I get it. The 2 words about YouTubers. Both words are from our YouTube.
Yeah.
Please subscribe.
Good. So what do we have as a final output?
Please subscribe.
All right. So
Subscribe to this channel.
all right. So on the last clue, I think. So what came to your mind when you had the first clue? When I told you the first clue was S, what came to mind?
Honestly, nothing really. Because I'm like, nah, nothing really. Nothing really.
Okay.
It was so, even when you gave me the second clue, I'm like, hey, what word is this? I mean, when you say the YouTuber thing, I'm like, makes a lot of sense now.
So first clue didn't make any meaning. Second clue, but then the third one was like, bro, there's no way.
Okay, that was it.
All right. So we have please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe. All right. So can you please share with us your social media handles so that people that are really interested in your music can go to, and I'll still put them in the description. So please go check out his music, and then make sure to actually subscribe to his YouTube. He equally has a YouTube channel. Do the necessary stuff just to promote. You understand? Yeah. So can you please just share them?
So the name is D-Roy. D, then space, then R-W-O-Y. D, space, R-W-O-Y. People call me all kind of names. Like
Example.
Somebody writes Dr. Boy, trying to look for, the person that is Doctor and Boy. I'm like, what the hell? And somebody goes like D-Roy. People really come up with names.
So D-Roy.
Someone also wrote D-Roy. And this was like a song a collaboration with somebody, and he didn't even know my name.
Damn,
like
crazy.
He wrote D-E, then goes R-W, R-O-W, and I'm like, bro, I have a song together, you don't know my name. It's D space R-W-O-Y. Okay, on all platforms, streaming platforms, social media, it's the same name everywhere.
All right.
Only me has it.
All right, so D-Roy, it was a nice session with you.
It was really
and then unfortunately, he'll be leaving.
Yeah.
He'll be leaving us.
leaving.
And then as part of my excitement, I'm actually excited that I'm actually the last person to have you on my show before you leave.
I'm also very happy to be here.
Yeah, I wish I
to speak to someone about this.
Yeah, I wish you safe journey.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, and then I wish you all the best in your music career also.
Thank you. I wish you the best in your podcast.
My little podcast, right?
No, it's not. It's just the start, bro. It's gonna get bigger.
All right, inshallah. So D-Roy said, please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
If you're watching and you've not yet subscribed, at least just help a brother. All right, so it was a nice session, and
All right, bro. Thanks for having me.
all right, we are. Yep.